We will now look at the small forms for small organizations with less than 50 employees. Select the current financial year from the drop-down menu. The page will refresh and the Create button will become active. Press the Create button. You have now created the new forms for the current submission period. To access the new forms, click on the newly created row. Once highlighted, the View button will now be active. Now, click on View to access the different sections of the ATR or WSP. Please note, users can only create the current financial year's forms and not any previous years. Forms can only be created if all previous fields of the organization, information, contact details, and CFO detail tabs have been completed and confirmed to be correct and up to date. And lastly, the number of employees captured in the organization details will determine the size and type of forms created for the new year. The following forms will be available for completion for small organizations with less than 50 employees, ATR forms C1 to C5, and WSP forms from D1 to D8. To navigate in between and back to WSP or ATR forms, click on the button Back to WSP and ATR Forms menu. To create your company's training profile, click on the Select button in section C1, Training Profile. Complete the total number of employees who received training during the previous financial year. Press the Save button. This includes all employees, permanent, temporary, contract, and seasonal workers combined. The option is now available at C1 to tick the box if no training has been done. All sections of the Annual Training Report or ATR will be disabled, and the first section of the WSP will be available for completion. If training did happen, go back to C1. Untick the block, press Save, and complete the rest of the ATR sections as normal. To open Form C2, Report on Learning Programs Completed, click on the Select button in the section. Select the major cluster and specify the learning program completed. Press the Add button to save the information. Information will populate underneath once added. Please note, major clusters cannot be repeated. There is only a total of 31 major clusters. Form C3, AET completed. Click on the Select button to open this section. This section must be completed if any workers were exposed to adult education and training. To capture the level, select or click on the level, then wait for the level to turn green. This means it is active. Click on Edit and capture the details. If no AET training was completed, please select the tick box and click Save. Form C4, Amount spent on training. Click on the Select button to open this section. Complete the estimated amount spent on training during the previous financial year and press the Save button. If, however, no amount was spent on training, tick the relevant box and click on the Save button. Form C5, Pivotal Training Completed. Click on the Select button to open this section. Complete all employees per OFO code, per pivotal grant, per level, per employment status, and per geography as required. Please make use of the PDF manual for assistance. Press the Add button to save the information. The information that you have captured in the previous step will now populate at the bottom. If, however, there was no pivotal training completed, kindly tick in the relevant block and click on the Save button. Form D1, Employment Profile. click on the Select button to open this section. Complete the current total workforce in the organization as on the 1st of April. This will include all employees, including permanent, temporary, contract, and seasonal workers, as on the 1st of April by race, gender, and age group. Once you have completed all the fields in the employment profile, click on the Save button. Section D2, Planned Training Profile. Click on the Select button to open this section. In this field, you will need to complete the total number of employees who will receive training. This includes all employees, including permanent, temporary, contract, and seasonal workers by race and gender. Once the section is completed, click on the Save button. Form D3, Planned Learning Programs. Click on the Select button to open the section. Complete the learning programs that you plan to address. Once the major clusters have been selected, complete the actual learning programs to be completed. Once added, it will populate at the bottom. Please note, major clusters cannot be repeated. There is only a total of 31 major clusters. Form D4, Budget Amount for Training. Click on the Select button to open the field. Fill in your training budget amount for the next year, and then click on the Save button. Form D5, Planned AET Training. Click on the Select button to open this section. If you are planning to subject any of your workers to adult education and training, you will need to complete the following section in full. To capture the level, select or click on the level, then wait for the level to turn green. This means it is active. Click on Edit and capture the details. However, if no adult education and training is planned, select the tick box next to No AET Training Planned and then click on the Save button. Form D6, Scarce Skills. Click on the Select button to open this field. Complete your scarce skills per OFO code and select the reason for scarcity. Or select the tick box should there be no scarce skills and click on the Save button. Form D7 deals with HIV and AIDS. Click on the Select button. Complete the short questions and press the Save button. Note that you will need to complete the required fields in order to continue. Section D8 deals with planned pivotal training. Click on the Select button. Complete all employees per OFO code, per pivotal grant, per level, per employment status, and per geography as required. Please make use of the PDF manual for assistance. Then click on the Add button to save the information. The information that you have captured in the previous step will now populate at the bottom. If, however, there is no pivotal training planned, kindly tick in the relevant block and click on the Save button. As per the ATR, the bulk imports function is where the SDF can download an Excel template, complete it, and upload it onto Indicium. This is mainly for use by big companies with a huge number of employees.